Hi there, and welcome to Faith in 5, where we believe you can build your faith in just 5 minutes. I'm your host, Reggie Wilson, and I'm back with another exciting episode. If you remember from last week, we were in the love series. We was talking about God love and the value of love, where we're going to continue on till the end of the month. Today, we're going to go back to 1 Corinthians 13. We're going to be in 1 Corinthians 13, starting in verse 8. And it says here in 1 Corinthians 13, starting in verse 8, it says, love never fails. And it's worth repeating again as I go on. It says, love never fails. But where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will all pass away. Love never fails. You know, I was looking at the scripture, and it's so fitting today when it talks about love never fails. It says, where there's prophecies, they'll be passed away. You know, where there's tongues, it will be ceased. But love will never fail. When you think about your life and things that fail, hey, we fail at things. Things happen. You have a brand new car, and that car gets old. It's going to fail on you. You think about everything we have, pretty much everything in this world will fail on us at some point. Will go away, will pass away, you name it. But love will never go anywhere because God is love. Love never fails. You know, I want to get into one quick story and listen to this. You got to listen to this. Here's what happened. Many people, let's say, for example, companies, what they will do, especially in during the gold rush time, and during the time people were mining for gold, what they would do, they would go to different countries and they would go and they would dig for gold. They would find the gold and they would keep taking it out the land until they could find no more. At least that's what they would think. They would stop and they would go somewhere else and do the same thing. At the same time, a new company would come in. And this new company would come in. They would dig in the same location, dig a little deeper, and they would find even more gold or diamonds. And this would happen over and over again. People will abandon the location where they were finding gold to go to a new place, and somebody would come in behind them and find gold in the same place that they dug. They opened up the ground. They did all the work, and then they left. And then somebody else new comes in and finds it in the same exact location. Maybe it is they got frustrated because they couldn't find anymore. They kept digging and they said, well, it must be dried up. You know, just the way it happens with companies, how they lose out. So they spend so much more time looking in other places instead of focusing in the same place, which they found gold initially anyway, that they end up wasting tons and tons of money. And sometimes, a lot of the times, ending going out of business. When everything they needed was right in front of them. The same place they dug the big hole, the same place where they found the gold. Why am I bringing this up? Love never fails. You see, the problem is, when I mean love never fails, we understand it, but sometimes we lose our thinking about it. We lose how much it truly impacts our life. When someone's hurt, they think love doesn't work. But it says love never fails. So they take everything, they'll pack their bags, whatever it may be, and they pack up and they give up on God's love. Just like those companies gave up on digging where they found the gold because they felt like it was all dried up. But it wasn't dried up. They just had to dig a little bit more deeper. What am I trying to say? You see, God's love never fails. It's just sometimes it's right there, but we gotta dig deeper. What does that mean, digging deeper? Sometimes love hurts. Sometimes we're hurt from somebody. But what God is trying to teach us is not, okay, it's all about us, but to forgive them, to be gracious, to be merciful for them, because love never fails. Maybe it's something when somebody frustrates you. And because they frustrate you, you're kind of tired of them. But love is patient. You got to dig deeper. Guys, so today, for our Faith in 5, let's remember love never fails. Because God is love. He gave it to us. But at the same time, let's remember that same verse where it says love never fails. It never fails, but you gotta keep digging. Because as you keep on digging, the deeper your love will become. So guys, thank you for joining me today. And if you like what you heard, please like and subscribe. And see you next time on Faith in 5.